Welcome to the IELTS speaking test. First of all, let's talk about trees. Do you like trees?
Well, of course, I consider myself a nature lover because being around nature not only helps me relax but also boosts my productivity. Having a walk around a park where there are many trees really helps me chill out, which allow me to work more efficiently.
Would you like to live in a place that has a lot of trees?
Well, for sure. It definitely helps when the weather turns extremely hot because the tree leaves can provide you shade to rest under. Additionally, trees can reduce carbon footprint since they can absorb carbon dioxide and generate oxygen in daytime in photosynthesis.
Do you think places with trees attract more visitors than places with few trees?
I think it really depends. For those who want to enjoy the beauty of nature, a place full of trees is ideal. If people are in search of historic places or cultural activities, whether or not there are many trees may not really appeal to them.
In part 2 of the speaking test, I'll give you a topic and I would like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. And before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're gonna say, and you can make notes if you wish. Do you understand? Here is some paper and a pencil, and I would like you to talk about a village that you visited.
So I have spent the better part of my spare time traveling to fulfill my interests. And today I'm going to talk about a trip to Đà Lạt where I had a chance to pay a visit to one of the picturesque villages in Vietnam, the Lạt village. Traveling less than 1 kilometer from the base of Lang Biang mountain, visitors can reach the Lạt village. As I remember, my family had decided to fly to the north of Vietnam for our vacation after a hectic time of work and study at first. However, things turned out to be very hard as the flight tickets became expensive at that time. So we had to make up our minds and Đà Lạt was the replacement. As we arrived, we were told about this village by one of my father's friends who was living in Đà Lạt. After spending time at a food store, we hired a cab to take us to the village. As soon as I entered it, I was mesmerized by how peaceful the village was, with a panoramic view and a lot of flora, trees and birds that add to nature's beauty. Besides, my family was served with delicious food when visiting a local eatery in the village, and I could befriend some people there, which really made my day. To be honest, the view at the Lạt village and the experience I had really created some unforgettable moments.
We've been talking about a village that you visited, so now I would like to ask you some more questions about this. Do young people enjoy living in the countryside?
Well, as every individual is different, the preference towards residing in rural areas may vary among young adults. I think young people like moving to the countryside just because they are familiar with a slow lifestyle, which can help them find peace.
Why do many people move from small towns to big cities?
I think this trend can be due to some reasons. For people who are seeking better job prospects, large cities are definitely ideal places as they offer greater employment possibilities. Additionally, people can get access to a lot more facilities and amenities, so they may have a better quality of life.
What is the difference between living in a countryside and in the city?
Living in the city and countryside are different. Living in cities may create negative impacts on people's health because the amount of CO2 is much greater. However, there are less educational institutes and healthcare centers in small towns or villages. So people may have to rely on cities.